Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. Today we are here to do a post review on my most recent finish, which is called Dough from DreamerDesigns. This is a 60 by 80 square kit by the artist Curtis Reichovich, and it is one of their new 2.0 kits. So I have some thoughts, but if you're new to my channel, pretty much every Friday, I like to do a post review where I talk to you about a kit that I recently finished. I give you my opinions, things that I liked, things that I didn't like, and all of that fun stuff. Now, this is my first 2.0 version from this company, so I do have a couple of things to say, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. So first, I'm just going to talk overall about the finish itself. And the stats. So again, this is a 60 by 80. It's a square drill. There were 63 colors, and I think we had 5 ABs, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes DreamerDesigns gives you a lot of ABs, but I actually didn't really mind too much the higher number of ABs. I think it really lent itself quite well to this kit, and I think maybe it's just because it's like a Christmassy, festive type of thing that I didn't mind the extra sparkle. So I have talked about DreamerDesigns quite a bit on my channel, and just right up front, I do have an affiliate link in my description. There's a link and a code, but DreamerDesigns has never sent me a kit for free. I have purchased everything from them that I own, so having an affiliate link doesn't sway my thoughts and opinions on this company. But while I did like this painting, I certainly didn't love this painting. Overall, the symbols were really clear on the canvas. This is a new canvas to them. They used to have more of like a traditional like art canvas that you would buy at the store. Like they had a more scratchy, I recently did a DreamerDesigns actually. Let me grab their other canvas so I can try to show you the differences. Okay, so this is Hazel. I completed this kit in either September or October. I can't remember now. But this was one of their version 1.0 kits. I will link this, try to remember to link this post review in the description, just so you can get to it quickly if you're looking for it. But I don't know that it's, yeah, that is picking up on camera. So the top one, this one here, is their 1.0 version, and the one in the back here is their 2.0. So you can see that the fabric on this one is just much scratchier. It just reminds me of a more traditional canvas, like an artist canvas. And this one here, which is the 2.0, do not handle your canvases like this, guys, if you don't want drills to fall out. This is just more of like a felt type fabric. It just has more smoothness to it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not mind this canvas. However, this one frayed pretty badly, which is what I'm assuming lent them to changing. You can see, like, you know, lots of fraying, and that was really difficult to work with for round paintings. I'm gonna put this one within reach in case I want to grab it again, but this one, absolutely no fraying for me personally, which is great. I do love that improvement, but I can't say that I hated the first generation canvas. It was fine. It held the drills fine. Yes, the fraying was annoying, especially on round kits, but it wasn't really a deal breaker for me personally, but I know for some of you that will probably be a nice improvement. I do think that the drill field was very clear. I don't think that I'm really someone who had a lot of problems with that from past DreamerDesigns kits. I don't necessarily think I'm someone who has an issue with that in general, but super clear drill field on this one. I also really liked the poured glue. I didn't think it was too slippery. I didn't think it was too like stiff. It just worked quite well to hold the drills. So in that context, those changes are fine. Do I still have my, I do. Let's see. Does this say what the improvements are for the 2.0? I don't think so. But I think in general, the improvements are fine. However, Dreamer Designs did not improve their drills, which is a shame because their round drills are some of my favorite on the market. I love working on my Dreamer Designs round kits. I hate their square drills. I just don't like them. They're not the same size. They're difficult to work with. They're very trashy. And I had been hoping that the drills would also get an improvement. Now their rounds, like I said, are fine. Those didn't really need to be improved in my opinion, but the squares definitely did. I think that their drills are fine. They're shiny, whatever, but they're just not uniform. And I had a lot of gapping, and that is something that I've experienced in the past from them. And I also have a lot of trash. So in terms of the changes that they did make, the new canvas is fine. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. The drill field was great. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have symbols that I couldn't make out. So that was nice. I did enjoy that. The poured glue as a whole, like I said, was fine. Not quite sure if that was a change or not, but it was enjoyable to work with. It really comes down to the drills for me personally. I will say I have worked on other kits from this particular artist from this company, and I had kind of questioned some of the rendering. To me, this rendering came out great. I will pop up a full-length picture here for you guys. I remember in my kitten chat for this one, I was concerned about some of the colors in the skin tone. And while there are some pinks that I don't necessarily love, if you are to look at Curtis Rekovich's artwork, you will see that he just tends to lean towards a pink skin tone. Now, could this be changed and adjusted to make the diamond painting a little bit more pleasing? Sure, but I'm not necessarily in the camp who thinks that we should be altering artist artwork anyway. So there were some pinks. You can see like here in the neck, you have like a nicer like fleshy type tone, and then you have a light pink. And then same with the face, you have like some fleshy tones, you have some contour highlight, which is fine, but then you have a light pink and a yellow. Not my favorite, but I don't think it necessarily looks bad, and especially from a distance, I don't think it looks bad. So the rendering as a whole, I was really fine with. So if you look at her arm here, you kind of, it looks like she has a big bruise, right? And you're kind of like, interesting. But that is a part of the artwork. She has a purple arm. So I'm not going to give Dreamer Designs flack for that when they're just depicting the artist's original artwork. So as a whole, I did enjoy this project. It definitely isn't a favorite. I'm very much looking forward to my next kit to kind of get back to a round and away from these particular square drills. But I have mentioned that I just haven't been enjoying squares at all this year as a whole. So I don't want to just come down really hard on this particular kit. But from experience of working on other squares from this particular company, I had just been hoping to see an improvement since they're marketing a 2.0 kit. Now, I cannot recall that they were marketing new drills. I would assume that they were not, since they have not been changed. And if you guys watch Kim from My Happy Place with Kim, she commented on one of my videos saying that she confirmed with Dreamer Designs that they did not change their drills. So if you were hoping to pick up a 2.0 kit because the square drills would be better, unfortunately that is not the case. But it wasn't a completely unenjoyable experience. Like, I have had other kits this year that have just been like a slog to get through, and I'm like, oh my god. This one was not like that. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing this come together. I always love Curtis Rekovich's hair and how Dreamer Designs renders it. I think the fur on her like collar and sleeves came out really well. I liked doing the bell down here. I loved working on the little cardinal friend up here. I think that as a whole, it was a fun kit. It just wasn't a favorite. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of how I feel. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully I remembered to pop up a full-length image. I'm going to remind myself here again. We'll pop up another one just so you can see the piece as a whole, because you're really just getting a small area of it right now. But let's talk about the drills, because that is my biggest gripe with this particular company, is the quality of their squares. Now, I will say, I don't feel like I have a lot of drills here to show you, because towards the end, excuse me, towards the middle to end, I guess I'll say, I just started leaving trashy drills in the containers. I will not be saving these squares, so I was kind of like, whatever, that one can stay there. So, do I think this is a lot of trash for a 60 by 80? No. But was there more that I could have pulled? Yeah. So here's the trash. We have drills with holes on the top. And then I would say the majority of them just have extra little pieces off on the sides, or there's like 2 that are stuck together. You have some just weird random pieces. I never expect a company to be completely trash free. And this amount of trash does not bother me. The biggest thing for me is, do I have enough drills to complete the kit without running out of anything? And I did for this one. I think it's just, for me, I was just a little bit bummed that Dreamer Designs went through and started updating their kits. You know, there's a 2.0 version, whatever. But then they were like, we'll just leave the drills as they are. Even though I know that I'm not the only one who doesn't love their squares. I think in general, most people have had a frustrating experience with the square drills from Dreamer Designs and a more positive experience with their rounds. So if they could get their squares on par with their round kits, that would be fun. I would love that. That'd be great. But from now on, I think I will primarily stick to ordering rounds from this company. Unfortunately, this particular artist, they often release in square drills. And I do have like 5 or 6 of his kits that are in squares in my stash currently. So I will eventually work on them. They're not like a will never do a square company for me. They're like some other companies I've talked about. I will definitely work on the kits that I have in my stash, but I will do my best to try and pick up kits in rounds. With that being said, if anyone from Dreamer Designs is watching this video, which I'm sure they're not, but can you please release some more Curtis Reichovich images in round? Because I would buy all of them. I love his artwork. It's just so fun and unique to me personally, because this is not my usual art style. And I would buy all of his kits if they were in round. So that's my 2 cents on that. If you have any questions about the comparisons between the 1.0 and the 2.0, please let me know down below, because I can either do a follow-up video in the new year, or I can just kind of answer your questions in the comments if I know the answer. So let's talk about my accessories. What did I use for putty for this one? Hold on, guys, I'm missing something. Oh, here it is. I don't have my washi tape either. My tray is from JH Envision Labs. I have had this tray for quite a while, and it is starting to deteriorate, so that's a bit of a bummer. I kept having to pull off or cut off little pieces of filament, but this is such a Christmassy color that I wanted to use it. So I have my tray from JH Envision Labs. My pen is from 802 Diamond Painting Pens by Lisa, who is on Facebook, which I am no longer on. So I don't know if this company is still in existence. I will try to log on to Facebook and get I'm assuming it's a group. I don't know, since I've been so inactive, I don't know if I'm still in the group or not, but I thought that the colors on this one, I don't know, I thought they kind of went, you've got like some of that brick red in there with the gold and all that fun stuff. I do like her pens. I think I have 5 or 6. It just be not supported for this stream. Excuse me? Alexa, stop. Is not supported for this stream. Okay. You can stop. Creepy. So I think what stopped me from purchasing was that they didn't have like a small shop platform. So there was no Etsy, they didn't have a website, and you were just PayPaling money to the person, which was fine. But it just kind of became more of annoying for me, instead of I could just go on Etsy and purchase from other small shops. So I do really love the pens that I have. I just stopped purchasing because I left Facebook, kind of. But I do really like that pen. for putty, I used Warmth of the Holidays from NYX's Notions. It's been a while since I've used this particular brand, and I do like it. It's like a gel putty type hybrid, so it can get kind of stringy, but the longer you work with it, the better it gets type of thing. And I filled my pen once, and it did the entire painting, which is a win in my book. I struggled to find a cover minder for this one, so I used this Hot Cocoa and Christmas Movies one. I think this is from Galloway's Gallery. And then I used a thin washi tape on my containers, and I used this antler tape from Amanda Michelle Designs. One thing I do want to mention is this was one of the pens that I had everlasting tips in. So when I pulled it, I was like, oh wow, it's been so long since I've used everlasting tips. Let me just see. I don't like them. And I feel so bad because I have such a huge collection of everlasting tips. So I was using, is this a 12 maybe? Let's see, this is a 7, a 10. These are so big and clunky. I did not like this at all. So I filled this first with my putty. And I had to use so much dang putty, and I had to keep adding to it because the well is so large that the putty just kept sinking in. So this is putty that I had pulled in here that I took out when I started using a regular 7-placer, and look at how awful it looks too. But all of this putty was in here, and it still wasn't enough. So I think in the new year, I will be doing some type of destash. Please don't message me now about it. I will announce a destash when and if I plan to do one. But I have a feeling my everlasting tips are going to be in there because they're just not user-friendly for me personally. I know many people love them. They're just too big in my opinion. They don't work for me anymore, and I would rather purchase the thin multi-placers from Diamond Art Club. So that's that. I thought I would just mention it. And I used these little squeeze containers for this particular kit. So those are all my thoughts on this diamond painting, on this finish. Let me know your thoughts down below. And again, if you have any questions about the 2.0 versus 1.0 version, let me know. So I'm going to send you guys over to today's Advent clip, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi everyone, welcome back to Advent Day 15. Luna is gonna, oh, she picked the right one.
Number 15, yeah?
You gotta move, Lunes.
Yeah. Excuse me. Right.
Just work around her.
That's rude. Whoa, what do we got here, Lunes? It's small. It's petite.
It's petite.
Wow. This is...
Ooh, I know which one it is because we got the first book in the series earlier this month.
So there's the second book?
I think so.
Better than the third.
Finally Mine by Lucy Score. Yay. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Adios.